Dear viewers, welcome to our channel GVS Bank Academy. Today I am going to discuss about case study on capital budgeting techniques. Case study on capital budgeting techniques, that is JAB accountancy module A topic and CAB ABM advances. ABM module D. So this topic is useful for JAB and CAB also. Now this is the cost of the project or initial investment is 3 lakhs. Cost or initial investment is 3 lakhs. Discount rate as decided by the management or the proprietor or owners of the company is discount rate. They want at least this much is the discounting rate 12%. And from this 3 lakhs investment, initially they are investing 3 lakhs. End of first year they are getting 1 lakh inflows, cash inflows. After 1 year 1 lakh rupees. End of second year they are getting 1 lakh 20,000 rupees. Third year they are getting 1 lakh 50,000 rupees. Fourth year they are getting 1 lakh 10,000 rupees. Fifth year they are getting, fifth year end they are getting 1 lakh rupees. So initial investment is 3 lakhs. From this investment, these are the cash inflows. End of first year, end of second year, end of third year, end of fourth year, end of fifth year. This is the problem or case study. Generally they will ask in the examination. They will provide this information. Based on the information, calculate, compute payback period. This is non-discounted cash flow techniques. Discounted payback period. This is discounted cash flow technique. Net present value. This is also discounted cash flow technique. Profitability index or benefit cost ratio. This is also discounted cash flow technique. So only payback period is a non-discounted cash flow technique. This payback period or simple payback period, this cannot take into consideration of time value of money. This is the case. Now we are going to discuss about the answers. Now first year cash inflow 1 lakh. Cumulative cash inflow B. A is cash inflows. B cumulative cash inflows. First year 1 lakh. Second year 1 lakh 20 means cumulative cash flow 2 lakh 20,000. Third year cash inflow 1 lakh 50. Cumulative cash flow is 3 lakh 70,000. Fourth year 1 lakh 10,000 cash inflow. Cumulative cash flow by the end of fourth year is 4 lakh 80,000. So fifth year 1 lakh is the cash inflow. Cumulative cash flow from this project at the end of the fifth year is 5 lakh 80,000. 5 lakh 80,000. This is the cumulative cash flows. Now you have to calculate the payback period. Simple payback period. So for getting 3 lakhs, payback period means for recovery of 3 lakhs, how many years it will take time? That is the payback period. So initially we had invested 3 lakhs. For getting a recovery of the 3 lakhs, how many years it required? That is the payback period. You see? Then initial investment 3 lakhs. Initial investment 3 lakhs. At the end of second year, cumulative cash flows are 2 lakh 20,000. 1 lakh plus 1 lakh 20. 2 lakh 20 is the, by the end of second year, cumulative cash flows are 2 lakh 20. 1 lakh plus 1 lakh 20. 2 lakh 20 we are taking. Now for 3 lakhs, you want a recovery of 3 lakhs. 3 lakhs is our requirement. Already 2 years, 2 lakh 20,000 we got recovery. So remaining 80,000 we required during the third year. During the third year we need 80,000. So for one full year, during the third year, total cash inflow is 1 lakh 50,000. 1 lakh 50,000 during the third year. So we need only 80,000 from the third year. So how much time it will take for recovery of 80,000? 80,000 divided by 1 lakh 50,000. 1 lakh 50,000. So it will takes around 0.53 years. 0.53 years it will take for recovery of 80,000 rupees, 0.53 years. So, okay, total payback period is 2 years and 2.53 years. 2 years for recovery of 80,000, we required 0.53 years. So, 2.53 years is the payback period, simple payback period from this project. It means that after investing our 3 lakhs, 2.53 years we are getting back our money invested. That is the payback period. This method is not taking the consideration of time value of money. You see, the major drawback in this method is not taking the time value of money. Okay, number this is the payback period. Now, discounted payback period means by taking into consideration of time value of money, then we are going to calculate the discounted payback period. Now, what is the discounting period they had given? 12%. Discounting rate is 12%. Accordingly, by using this discounting rate, you have to calculate the present value of the inflows. After 1 year, we are getting 1 lakh. At the rate of 12% discount, what is the value of today? That is called present value factor. End of 1 year, we are getting 1 lakh. What is the value of today of the 1 lakh at 12% rate of interest? No. Present value factor is 12%. So discounting factor is 12%. So you have to calculate the discounting factor for the first year. 1 by 1.12. 1 by 1.12, you will get discounting factor for the first year is 0.892. 1 by 1.12 press is equal, you will get discounting factor 0.892. Again press is equal, you will get 0.797. Again press is equal in the calculator, you will get 0.712. Again press is equal, you will get 0.636. Again press is equal, you will get 0.567. Again I am repeating this step. Present value factor, discounting factor at the rate of 12%. How you are going to arrive this figure? 1 divided by 1.12. Press is equal, in the calculator you will get first year 0.893. Again press is equal for the second year, you will get 0.797. Again press is equal in this calculator, you will get 0.713. Again press is equal to, you will get 0.636 for the fourth year. Again press is equal in the calculator, you will get 0.567. This is the discounting factor. Now as for the discounting factor, you have to calculate the present value. After 1 year, we are getting 1 lakh. What is the present value of today of this amount 1 lakh at the rate of 0.893? 1 lakh into 0.893, A into C, 89,300. 89,300. At the end of second year, we are getting 1,60,000 rupees. At the rate of 12% discount, that is discounting factor is 0.797. 1,20,000 into 0.797, that is 95,640. Third year end, we are getting 1,50,000. What is the discounting factor for the third year? 0.712. 1,50,000 into 0.712, 1,06,800. Fourth year, 1,10,000. After end of fourth year, we are getting 1,10,000. What is the value of today? 1,10,000 into 0.636, 69,960. End of fifth year, from this project we are getting 1 lakh. At the rate of discounting factor 12, discounting factor for the fifth year 0.567. 1 lakh into 0.567, it is 56,700. Now, this is the discounted cash flow for first year, second year, third year, fourth year and fifth year. You can add it, you will get 4,18,400. This is the discounted cash flow. Total if you can get, this is the total of present value. Total of present value is 4,18,400. This is the present value is okay. Now discounted cash flow technique, you will go for this. Now initial cost is 3 lakhs. Initial cost is 3 lakhs. At the end of third year, our total recovery, first year 89,300, second year 95,640, third year 106,800. So end of third year, the discounted cumulative cash flows are 2,91,740 up to 3 years. We need 3 lakhs. You need our initial invest 3 lakhs. 3 lakhs minus 291,740 means from the fourth year, from this year, fourth year, we need 8,260 rupees. From this amount, we need 8,260. So, for recovery of 8,260, how many days or months it will take during the fourth year? That is equal to 8260 divided by 69,960. That is the present value for the fourth year. That is equal to 0.12 years. 0.12 years. So already 3 years is over. 3.12 years. 3 plus 0.12 years. 3.12 years is the discounted payback period. Discounted payback period is 3.12. Then please see the normal payback period is 2.53 years. Discounted payback period is 3.12 years at the discounting factor of 12%. So we are discounting the future value of cash flows into today's present value. That's why the payback period is increased from 2.53, that is normal payback period or non-discounted payback period, to discounted payback period is 3.12 years. When compared to normal payback period, definitely discounted payback period is best, superior, and it has taken into the consideration of time value of money. Now, payback period you have completed, discounted payback period also you have completed. Third one is net present value cash flow. Simple. So already we had added all these figures. Net present value. This is the discounted cash flow techniques. Net present value. Under net present value, what we are doing? We are converting the future cash flows into today's value. Today's value. This is the today's value. And from today's value of total cumulative cash flows, in minus, we are deducting initial investment. Total present value minus initial investment, you will get a net present value. Now, total of present value minus initial investment. Net present value is equal to formula. Total of present value, that is 4,18,400 minus initial investment in the project is 3 lakhs. 3 lakhs. So, net present value positive is 1,18,400. Total of present value 4,18,400 minus initial investment, you will get 1,18,400. This is the net present value. In this project, net present value of the project is 1,18,400. By using under the net present value concept, what is the acceptance of the proposal or acceptance of the investment proposal, either loan proposal or investments proposal. When you are going to invest or not to invest, acceptance rule is if the net present value is greater than 0. Net present value is greater than 0, then we can accept the proposal, or we can sanction the loan, or we can invest in the investments. That's why. So net present value is positive. It means the net present value, total of present value is more than initial investment. You will get the present value positive. So present value is greater than 0 means we are getting a more return than this investment. More than 12% we are getting from this investment. That's why this is accepted. If the net present value is negative, then we cannot sanction or we can decline the proposal, investment proposal or advances proposal also we can decline. That is the net present value. This is discounted cash flow technique, one of the best method, superior method, worldwide net present value is recognized in the capital budgeting techniques. Now, fourth one is profitability index or benefit cost ratio. This is also discounted cash flow technique, discounted capital budgeting techniques. What is this formula for the benefit cost ratio or profitability index? Total of present value. Total of present value already calculated. 4,18,400. 4,18,400 divided by initial investment 3 lakhs. How much you had invested in the project? 3 lakhs. That is equal to total of present value 4,18,400 divided by initial investment 3 lakhs. The benefit cost ratio is 1.39 is to 1. So 1.39. What is the acceptance rule for this project under this concept of profitability index? Project is accepted if profitability index is greater than 1. It is more than 1. This is we can accept. This is less than 1. We can decline. We cannot go for this proposal. So in this case, this profitability index is more than 1. Under this case, project is acceptable. It is we can sanction the loan or we can invest in the investment proposal. So one more relevance is there between net present value and profitability index. If net present value is positive, automatically profitable index or benefit cost ratio will be more than 1. If net present value is positive, automatically it leads to profitable index or benefit cost ratio more than 1. If net present value is negative, automatically benefit cost ratio is less than 1. So this is the presentation about this. So these are the discounted cash flow techniques or discounted payback period, net present value and profitability index or benefit cost ratio. Sometimes in the examination they are giving 4 or 5 companies benefit cost ratio. For example, they are giving benefit cost ratio 3 or 4 companies. Out of that, which company we are going to invest or select? So in which company the profitable index is more, that company only we can select. Sometimes they are giving in the promotion exam also this question. These are the one more question is there, internal rate of return. In the next video we will discuss the internal rate of return, that is also one of the discounted cash flow techniques. Thank you very much friends for watching our videos. If you are liking our videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are regularly posting the videos on JAB and CAB and promotional exam also. If you are already subscribed to our channel, for the benefit of your friends, please inform the same. Please share among your close friends for their benefit, for getting the videos directly. Thank you very much friends for watching our